Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Sara Lubratt. Happy Wednesday. Today is very much focused on work and prepping for my next trip because I just got back from a trip yesterday. I went to a wedding in Washington and it was my first time ever in Washington. And I got invited to this wedding as someone's plus one. So I got to go to a wedding, hang out with this person's friends, do some hiking and some kayaking, including getting to see some really interesting wildlife like seals, crabs, starfish, jellyfish, all of the interesting things that are apparently in the Pacific Northwest. And it has very much inspired me to want to go back and do a car camping trip or something there in the future, which is something that I had been thinking about when this trip popped up like a week and a half ago, and I was asked if I wanted to go. So I booked a really last minute flight and I went to Washington for the weekend. And in the couple days leading up to it that I knew that I was taking this trip, I worked ahead so that I could actually take like a long weekend off of work and not working on a weekend. And it worked really well. And I was so excited to be able to unplug fully, other than working on the planes, because to save money, I did connect both flying there and flying back. And I work really well on planes and I had a lot of plane time, so I decided why not work on planes for this trip. But when I was actually in Washington, I took time off, which was absolutely amazing. Which brings us to today, which is basically a recovery day in that I am doing all the chores to make sure that my apartment is still good. I checked my mail in the package room. I'm doing laundry. I need to pot a new plant that I got in Washington and brought back. And then I need to pack for my next trip, which I leave for tomorrow early afternoon, as well as get some work done today so that I feel pretty good about going into later this week. So like Thursday, Friday. Again, I will be on a plane and I work really well on planes, so I'm looking forward to that. And then moving into this weekend because I'll get to be with my family, and then moving into the next or the second part of that trip, which is Las Vegas for a business thing, which is really cool. So that's the catch up on what's been going on with me. I'm so sorry that I really haven't been vlogging recently. I really want to get back into vlogging. I haven't been vlogging because I haven't really been writing because I've been overwhelmed with these trips and work things and just trying to finish up a couple larger projects. So with that, I just moved my laundry into the dryer and now I'm going to repot that plant. I also need to water my other plants so that they don't unalive while I am out of town again. I just finished editing and uploading a YouTube video, which is gonna go live. Today's Wednesday, it's going up on Monday, which I'm really excited about. I think I put a lot of effort into this video. It is my, we'll call it an obsession video of the Future Library of Norway. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. I would really appreciate it. And then of course, if you like that video, you can always go and watch Margaret Atwood's masterclass after that because it is heavily mentioned within that video as well. And now, because I'm only in town for a night, I'm gonna go hang out with one of my friends and then I need to come back and do a little bit more work and packing because I have not yet packed. But that is a problem for later, Sarah. Well, being fully transparent, it is now 1:34 in the morning. I did just finish scheduling the YouTube video for Monday, which is so exciting because I don't really want to look at it right now, but I probably haven't posted a YouTube video in like 2 or 3 weeks, and I do feel really bad about that. I might step back my YouTube uploads, at least like mentally, to once a week instead of twice a week, because I think that with twice a week, I just get overwhelmed and then I don't do it. Whereas if I step back to once a week, maybe I will get back to being really consistent with it. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna see what happens. But I just got that video all scheduled. I'm so happy that I'm done with it. It took a very long time, but I had a really lovely evening. I hung out with what was supposed to be one of my friends, but then another friend's flight got canceled, so we had to go pick them back up from the airport, and then he ended up hanging out with us as well, and it was a really great evening. Very fun, very chill. I have to leave for my flight in about 12 hours, and I have not packed, which I honestly feel fine about because I don't have to leave until like 1:15 this afternoon. So I'm gonna get ready for bed and I'm gonna start packing, and then I will finish packing tomorrow morning/early afternoon, and I will talk to you guys then. Good morning. Well, let's be realistic. Good afternoon. It would be morning if I was in Utah right now, but good afternoon. I didn't end up going to bed until almost 5, and I didn't realize that the birds would start chirping at 4:30. It's really hard to fall asleep when the birds are chirping and the sun is coming up, and that was 100% not intentional. I got to Minnesota yesterday, and I ended up finishing 2 Fiverr orders. I did one of them on the plane and then one of them after I got got home, which is kind of funny and works really well with my schedule because my family goes to bed before 9 or 10, and so then I just worked until like 3 in the morning. And then I got another Fiverr order done, so I got both of those returned, which felt really good. And now today is my mom's birthday, and I'm working on another Fiverr order that I want to return tonight. Latest, ideally, would be tomorrow evening. Oh, those look like the loons, and maybe even a baby loon. Oh, maybe 2 baby loons. Oh, that's super illegal, homie. You're not supposed to go that close to the birds. All right, because it is my mom's birthday, I am running into the store to grab ice cream for the dessert that I'm making later today, and flowers, and potentially juice for myself. I texted my mom, but she's not responding, so I probably won't get one for her because I'm not sure when she's gonna be home. Today is no Saturday. I did not end up finishing that Fiverr order last night, but I did finish that up today. And I just got some good family time in. My grandma came over for dinner, and now I'm making dessert. Okay, that's not gonna work one-handed. Okay, apparently it's not gonna work no-handed either.
Whoa!
Wow.
It is 1:53 a.m. We are not surprised. I just spent the last hour and a half scheduling YouTube shorts, and I ended up scheduling enough of them where I'm basically scheduled out 2 months in advance right now, which is insane and amazing. And I have more Reels and TikToks downloaded in my photos on my phone where I could then upload those to YouTube and then just get a bunch more scheduled out, but I'm not too worried about that right now. I will do that at some point in time. I might do that while I'm waiting on the airplane tomorrow because I am leaving Minnesota tomorrow to fly to Vegas. And I know that last weekend I took time off while I was here in Minnesota. I was not really taking time off because I have plenty of time and plenty of energy at night to be working on the projects that I want to be working on and editing Fiverr orders and working on YouTube videos, etc. and so on. While I'm in Vegas, I will technically be working, but not working for my personal things other than maybe a little bit of work on the freelancing project that I'm not telling you guys about yet, hopefully at some point this summer. But I'm going to try and keep things really low pressure on myself while I'm working in Vegas because I am there technically to work at the Licensing Expo with a brand looking for licensing deals. I have gone a couple times in the past to the Licensing Expo in Vegas, and basically what I do is just kind of help facilitate meetings and everything. I am just there to learn about the licensing world pretty much. I've really enjoyed being in Minnesota and getting a lot of family time in. We play a lot of card games and of course play with my brother's dog a lot. I'm kind of realizing that this vlog has 3 trips in it and 2 golden retrievers, and so it's kind of idealistic. I'm still hopeful that I might be able to write a little bit in Vegas, but that will completely depend on my energy levels and how early I'm having to go to bed so that I can get up early to work at the expo. I also know that it involves a lot of business dinners, and I am sure that I will be very, very busy in Vegas, but I am really looking forward to being in the same room as so many incredibly creative people just making stuff happen. In past YouTube videos, when I've included going to the Licensing Expo, people have a lot of questions, and one of the most frequently asked questions is, what is licensing? And licensing is basically where a brand will license their image to another brand to put it on their product. So for example, if somebody wants to put the Batman logo on a t-shirt, they have to license the Batman logo from the company, I think it's Warner Brothers, to license the image to then put it on their product. And then one of the other frequently asked questions that I get about the Licensing Expo is why I'm there, because it's kind of confusing, because even when I worked for an airline, people were confused about why I was going with a children's company. And the reason that I go to the Licensing Expo is with my uncle, because my uncle started a children's brand and he's been doing these expos for like 9 years now. He's been building the idea in the brand for like almost 15 or 20 years at this point. I think it might be 20 years. And it's really cool to watch him and this company grow. And it's really cool to just go and participate even in just like absorbing information and creativity in an expo hall like this and watching the company grow. They are currently working on season 2 of the TV show. Season 1 is available on Kid Doodle and Peacock in the US and will be available in over 100 countries by the end of the year, which is insane. And it's a preschool brand, so the audience is ages 2 to 6. And it's just so cool to watch like a small brand that has been small just continue to pick up steam every single year and just get a little bigger and a little bigger and a little bigger. And I think that it's going to be so cool to continue going to the Licensing Expo and just seeing how the meetings change and how the company continues growing. I forgot how overwhelming both Vegas and the Vegas airport are, but I just got into my hotel and technically I'm supposed to be at a dinner that started 35 minutes ago. And so I'm gonna change and then head over to that hotel and hopefully I don't miss all of it. But first, the airplane fit check and the dinner outfit. Cute. Let's do Vegas. Dinner went really well and now it is really late. Well, I'm trying to tell myself it's really late. It's like 12:14 and I need to wake up at 7 in order to be downstairs at or before 8 for the first day of the Licensing Expo. See you guys tomorrow, bright, early, and bushy-tailed. Bright and early, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, day 1 of the Expo. Let's get this started. And JoJo Siwa was randomly there with the new company she started with her mom. Okay, finished the expo today and then immediately came upstairs and laid down because I have to go to a dinner in like less than 20 minutes. And so I changed really quick into comfortable clothes. I'm watching a YouTube video. I'm trying to chill out a little bit. And then I'm gonna go to dinner and then I will probably be very exhausted after dinner. I was yawning like all day today. Felt really bad about it, but here we are. Dinner soon. It's gonna be at a great restaurant. Gonna get some pasta. Really into that idea. And then we're gonna do it all again tomorrow, including a show. I might go to a show with my uncle, but I need to see if we've booked tickets for that yet or not. Oh man, which would mean an even longer day tomorrow. Okay. It's all good. It's all good. Alrighty, just got back from dinner. I am so tired. It's only 8:47 though, so I'm gonna try and stay up and get some stuff done. Relatively low key. I did have somebody at the same booth that I'm kind of helping out with things at ask me a little bit more about my books. Well, like several people did, but one of them was like, I would love to read your stuff. Where can I read it? And I was like, well, I can send you the first chapter of the book that I'm editing because that's what I'm currently, I feel like this lighting is terrible. And so I basically just got her card. And so one of the first things I want to do as soon as I change out of my dinner clothes is to email this person the first chapter of Project DE because I have started sharing that a little bit just with a couple of people, but starting to share it, starting to get some feedback on it. And so that's one of the first things I need to do is send her chapter 1 of DE. And then I probably need to do other things, but the first thing I need to do is get into my pajamas because I am just wanting to be cozy. All right, lighting is still awful, but I'm back in comfy clothes. I just typed up my email to send my first draft of my book to somebody, and now I'm gonna hit send. I think it's sent. There we go. is now 8:15 on Wednesday evening, and I just got back to my room. There was no time between the end of the show and dinner, and now I have half an hour until going to a show I probably won't get back from until like 11 or 11:30. Probably 11:30. The show probably ends at 11 if it starts at 9:30. Going to see O with my uncle, which is a Cirque du Soleil show, and I am exhausted, but I'm grateful that I have half an hour to just lay here and maybe watch a YouTube video until I have to get up and start doing things again. Sorry guys, we might just have horrible lighting this entire video, or might have had, because that would be past tense. But I just got back from the show. I went to O at the Bellagio, which is Cirque du Soleil with my uncle, and it was stunning. When I came to the Licensing Expo back in like 2019, which was my first one, this is my third one here, my uncle took me to go see Ka, which was, oh, hello, bye. My uncle took me to go see Ka a couple years ago, and I still think I like Ka better because there's so much more like fighting, and the stage like lifts up and moves and is on like hydraulics and everything and goes like completely vertical. It's like 80 by 40. This was stunning too. I just don't understand like the swimming and diving as much, but it was still really, really beautiful. They did mess up at one point, and somebody on like the trapeze got dropped into the water when she was not supposed to be, which was kind of fun to see an error in a Las Vegas show. But now it's 11:42 and I finally have energy. I think I finally got my second wind, but I'm gonna try and get through my second wind as fast as possible and try to start like winding down. So I think I'm gonna shower, and then the last day of the expo is tomorrow. I need to check out of my room tomorrow morning, and then I have a flight tomorrow evening. But holy cow, am I out of breath and just need to like pound some water and then go to bed. It is finally the last day of the expo. I'm going to sleep so well when I get back to Utah. As soon as the expo was over on Thursday, like right at 3:30 on the nose, people started coming in and tearing it down. They started ripping up the carpets, started taking down booths. It was amazing to watch how fast and efficient something like this in Vegas was. They know exactly what they're doing because their turnover between expos is probably like a day or two. And so by the time that they tear this down, they'll set up for the next one, and then it just keeps on going. So with that, this was my very hectic travel vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be getting back to more regularly scheduled writing programming coming up here soon, hopefully, especially with the start of Camp Nano July coming up. So make sure you like and subscribe if you want to stick around for those. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sara Lubratt. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.